It's almost 6:30. It's still dark out. I'm in Cape Florida, and I'm getting ready to go out onto Hawk Channel. My goal is to make it to Rodriguez Key today. It's about a 9-hour sail, so I'm gonna leave probably in about an hour when the sun comes up. So I've just been getting the boat ready, preparing like a easy snack lunch I can eat from the cockpit, and yeah, looking at the charts, thinking about the route, and I think we're ready to do it. I think the conditions are going to be pretty good today. We should have enough wind to keep the sails full and to move us along, maybe at 5 knots. So that should, it says when I plotted out about 8 hours and 44 minutes, 8 hours and 50 minutes, but it's going to be a good 9 hours easily. So we should get there. Gee, you know, if I leave 7:30, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, about 4 in the afternoon, right before dark. So that'll give us enough time to find a good anchorage there and settle in for the night. That's the plan. And we're off for Rodriguez Key. I'm motoring out to the channel because the wind is to my bow. So I'm going into the wind right now. It would be take me about 3 hours to get to the channel if I tried to sail there. I'd have to tack all the way there, but the motor will get us there in under 30 minutes, and then we'll head south. And I've already got the mizzen up. I don't have to raise it, and all I got to do really is put the jib up once we get going, and if I feel like it, I might throw the main up. We'll see. Depends on how windy it is. It's supposed to be pretty windy and some gusts, but if you know, if it gets too gusty, it's real easy for me to pull in the main and drop the jib. It's a little more work and takes a little more time for me to do the main, so we'll see. But it is 9 hours, so that main, it might give me maybe almost 10% more speed. I'm not sure actually, so it's not really much. Like once your jib and your mizzen are up, that's like 80% of your power right there. Adding another sail will just give you a little more boost. That's it, you know. I see them, and we'll check in on the sail and see how it goes. Wish me luck. It's a beautiful sunrise. What a great way to start 2021, huh? Amazing. Starting 2021 with a major setback. So I was going against the current and the wind, which is fine if your motor's running good. I don't know what happened. My motor started acting up. I'm gonna look at the carburetor. Last time I did this, the carburetor was dirty. So I have been running it quite a bit since then, and I'm gonna open it up and see what it looks like. And I'm back right here at Cape Florida, No Name Harbor. Yeah, didn't make it very far. I got out there and just pretty much went backwards, actually. So I'm gonna take a look at it, get to the bottom of it. Kind of a bummer though. So this thing is looking nasty inside. I'm gonna clean that out, and then here's my carburetor. I'm gonna take it apart and see what's going on in there. Last time there was some like gummy stuff that I had to clean out, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's there again. Just looking at this, I mean, I just cleaned this fuel filter too, so, and I it was suggested I get a different kind of fuel filter, and that's what I'm going to do, but I just don't have access to that right now, so it's coming. This is pretty much what I found last time too. See that stuff in here? See if I can see it. It's that stuff. And I think what's happening is it's clogging my jets. So I need better fuel filtration. I'm not even sure what that shit is yet. Yeah. It's a bummer, but I'm gonna clean it out, clean out all the jets and nozzles, and put her back together. This is my primary jet needle. Or idle jet, it's called. It goes right here. Don't look too bad, but I'm going to also pull out the actual jet right there and clean that. As you can see, that same shit is in here floating inside the float bowl. It's like a hash colored stuff. If you know what that is, please let me know. But it's like a tan color. Weird. I thought it was just from old gas in the tank. Stuff that was in the tank when I bought the boat. And I mean, I've run a few tanks through it already, but maybe some sediment that's still in there. But yeah, it's all over in here. See that? Yeah, I mean, look at that stuff. That has to be, if it's doing this here, it has to be clogging the jets. I mean, it's got to be getting into these very small spaces and building up as well. So, got to take care of that. Okay, that's good because it was lagging before and it would even stall if right about there, but now it's being very responsive. Alright. I think conditions are still within my parameters, so you know, I just checked the weather. It looks okay as long as I can get out into the channel and my motor's running good. I can get out and get that that southeasterly wind, and I should be hauling ass. So let's keep our fingers crossed. All right, we're gonna take another run at this. So far she sounds great, very responsive, and we'll find out here in a few minutes if she's gonna do the deed. It should take us almost 30 minutes to get out to the channel. Current is it's starting to slow down. It's gonna switch the other way in like an hour or so, but we're just gonna go for it. We gotta be out there. I mean, I'm gonna get to Rodriguez Key in the dark anyway, so I'm not really worried about that. I mean, the last couple hours maybe we'll be in the dark, but that's cool. And yeah, oh man. Rebuilt Palmer carburetor so many times, and it's basically a Zenith carburetor, and man, it's gotten to be where it's just like I don't even think about it when I'm doing it now, you know. So I wish I didn't have to rebuild them so much, but I got to definitely get a better fuel filter, and I want to get a better fuel pump too. So you know, a couple things that I can do once I get down to the Keys and I'm stationary. You know, I plan to spend like a month in the Keys. I can do a couple projects that I got to do and get some diving done, catch some lobsters, that kind of stuff. All right, see you out there. All right, so I got out to Hog Channel and I turned around. I've been motoring the whole way. You can see the seas are like this. It's not bad if they're following seas, but I gotta go south, and if I'm going south, it's a beam sea, which means it's hitting me from the side, and it was like super rolly. It's like just not comfortable. So I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. It's a long ride to get the shit rocked out of you for, you know, 9 or 10 hours. So the wave period's really short. I mean, like, as soon as you come out of one wave, you're in another wave. You know, like following like this, it's not too bad actually. If it was like this, if the waves were going south, it'd be a really nice ride. But the way it is, it's just gonna be super uncomfortable. So I'm still running the motor. I'm kind of just seeing how this is probably the longest I've run it. So I'm just seeing how it's doing. I mean, it'd be real easy to sail back. The wind's to my back, and I mean, I could just coast in, but I kind of want to see how this motor does. Another motor sound. Anyway, yeah, that's that. I'm on my way back. No Name Harbor on a Saturday. You can see it's pretty busy. Just coming to get some water and dump my trash, maybe grab a beer. It's kind of funny, there's way more boats than there are places to put them. People just keep coming in, going out, coming in, going out. But looks like everybody's having a good time. This is a real popular sunset spot. People come here to watch the sunset, and you can see it sets right out there. There's Starship over there. It's pretty chill. This is the Miami Cleat in No Name Harbor. So the Cleat is the spot to catch the sunset in Miami. You can also get chips and guac here. That worked out pretty good. The Cleat, like a weird spot, but like a cool spot, you know, because it's like way out here. I mean, pretty much that's where you leave to go to Hawk Channel and head south to the Keys. This is the last stop. At least you can get beer and guac here, you know. Right now I'm running my motor. I run it for like 15 minutes in the morning to keep my house bank batteries charged. And so basically I have a gas boat. I mean, not just in the motor, but when I use electricity, it comes from gas. And so that's something I want to change. I'm going to install some solar panels. I'm not exactly sure where they're going to go, but I got a couple ideas. And you know, I need to get off the gas tit. And so one of my next major projects is to add solar power, and that's coming. I mean, I have a little trickle charger, like one of those little old school 15-watt solar panels for battery maintenance, but it doesn't really do anything. If I didn't use the battery, it would help keep it leveled up. But I need something that can produce some electricity. So, you know, I might start with a 100 or 200 watt system and then start adding panels. But if I do that, then I have to get a controller that will that has the capacity to accept the additional panels that I add later, or else I'll have to swap controllers out all the time. I'm still here at Cape Florida, No Name Harbor, just outside the harbor. You can see over there. Right now the wind has calmed down. It's a beautiful day for sailing, but the wind is coming from the south and I want to go south, so I'm not going to get out there and fight the wind off my bow. Instead, I'm going to wait until tomorrow when the wind direction changes, and it should be quite calm and perfect conditions for sailing down to Rodriguez Key. And then of course we'll see what happens, you know. Hopefully this is a smooth sail. It's the longest sail I've done. It'll be probably 9 hours and some change. So I'll start early and just sail all day. But again, we'll see what happens. You know, I'm flexible. I tried to get out the other day and it didn't happen. I had to turn around. It's just too nasty out there. And so now I'm still waiting on the weather. I'm really just waiting on my wind. When the wave conditions out there are supposed to be super smooth, like 1 foot or something. I mean, just like really chill. So I'm really hoping that you know, I'm able to leave tomorrow, but we'll see. Good morning. I'm weighing anchor and getting ready to leave No Name Harbor. I spoke to a bartender captain at the Cleat last night who told me that she takes her 5.5 foot draft CNC down to Key Largo via the inside route, so she doesn't have a problem, and that Angelfish Creek's plenty deep enough and wide enough. She's never had any problems down there, so I'm gonna try that. There's a light breeze today, so the calm water is gonna be better, even though like the waves are pretty small outside. It's a more manageable situation if I take Biscayne Bay down to Key Largo and then go out Angelfish Creek from there. That's only about 4.5 hours, and then another 4 hours from there to Rodriguez Key, so I can break up the sail into 2 days. Now, as I weighed anchor here, look what happened. I'm caught on a line. Again, I snagged the line. I'm not even inside the marina. You can see I'm just off the shore here, but I've still snagged the line. So I'm gonna, I don't know, thinking about what to do with it. Sometimes I'm tempted to find what's at the other end, but you know, look down here. It's all covered in seagrass and stuff, seagrass roots. So yeah, I'm just gonna unhook it and get out of here. My motor's running and I'm ready to go. It's a beautiful overcast morning. The wind is blowing from the west, so I'm motoring into the wind to get into the channel, and then I'll heave to over there and I'll start sailing. That's the plan. And in about 4 or 5 hours we'll be in Key Largo, should everything go as planned. Beautiful day to be on the water. Having a little bit of a problem. I'm having an issue with my jib. The furler has wrapped around the forestay. The sail has. I'm trying to get it to come unwrapped. You can see it won't unfurl all the way. I'm trying to do some maneuvers to get it to unhook itself and see if that helps. I turned into the wind, and then I let down the jib halyard, and it kind of undid itself, and so now I'm making about 3.8 knots heading due south, and I'm pretty pretty happy now with the final result. Looks like I should be there just before 3 p.m. Making great time, I think, considering there's not much wind right now. And again, great day. Great day to be out on the water, you know, just doing it. So I'm gonna get back to staying on course here. I'm gonna mess with the autopilot a little bit, and in these really light winds, it's actually kind of hard, I find, for the autopilot to keep it right on track, because it doesn't take much deviation from your course to lose speed. So I'm probably gonna just drive it the whole way. We'll see. I'm gonna play with it, see what happens, but I make a good time driving. We're just passing into Elliott Key now. This is channel markers 5 and 6 here. The water does get skinnier or shallower, but the channel appears to be clearly marked, and you know, we're gonna follow it. A lot of cormorants around here. They seem to hang out on these channel markers and fish all day. What a life. You can see my jib is struggling to stay full there. But we're almost through the channel. And yeah, this is like probably the most narrow part right here. It's like you got to go through these, between these channel markers here to get into Elliott Key. But we should be in Key Largo in a couple hours. Hello, cormorants. Hello. Hello. Over there, that looks like the fire they're talking about on the radio. Somebody's boat had an electrical fire. 2 people were rescued by towboat. Everybody's okay. No medical assistance required, but somebody had a bad day on the water. We made it to Key Largo. It's still pretty overcast. It's about 4:14, so that only took about 2 hours longer than it was supposed to. That sailing. Right back here is the mouth to Angelfish Creek, and we're going to use Angelfish Creek to get to the outside to go to Rodriguez Key, and I think we're going to do that in the morning. So, but it was a pretty long sail. I want to say it was just over 7 hours, actually. It's supposed to be 4, but the wind was not blowing. But guess what? The wind's blowing now. Now that we're here, we got a great wind. But hey, you know what? We roll with the punches. I'm glad to be here. It's beautiful here. Coast Guard stuff cracking over there on the radio. Anyway, I'm here. I'm anchored. I'm gonna decompress, get something to eat, and get some rest and get ready to push out in the morning. I'm going to check the weather, make sure everything's good, but you know, should be pretty calm, and I just need calm with a little bit of wind would be perfect. So that's what I'm looking for. Something you know, 5 to 10 knots, 10 to 15 knots is great. 1 to 2 foot seas. That's what I'm looking for. That's my dream. All right. we're going through Angelfish Creek. I was a little worried about the depth, but the anchorage where I was at was on the windward side, and it was just rocking like shit, and so it really motivated me to get going. Like I said, I was worried about the depth here at Angelfish Creek because the chart says the controlling depth is 5 feet and I'm 5.5 feet, but I had probably 5 to 7 feet under my keel, or actually minus the length of the keel, so probably 3 to 5 feet the entire time, and some, like right here it's 15 feet, so it's not too bad at all. Now it might get shallow as we get out towards the end here, but probably not too bad. We're exiting Angelfish Creek, and we are en route to Hawk Channel, which is right out here at the end of these channel markers. It's a very well marked channel. Different than conditions when I was out the other day. Hopefully it's not too calm, but looks like we're in for a lovely day on the water, and if we can keep some wind going. The wind is supposed to pick up this afternoon, so even if it goes a little slow this morning, we should pick it up this afternoon, and that would be great. Look at that beautiful sunrise. South, we'll hoist the sails. I could be motoring here, but with all the talk of grounding that happens around here, it made sense to me to keep the motor going in case I need to reverse out of some shallow water, or if I hit a shoal or something like that. Beautiful morning. It's pretty much taken me the first half of the day to find out where she's balanced. You know, she's kind of going pretty much with no hand. She needs a little tap here and there. I'm not using the autopilot. You know, I want to see how she sails, and I spent the whole first half of the day just like manhandling the wheel, and it took me some time to get into the rhythm, and you know how little effort is really required to keep her on course. I was fighting her for the first half of the day, and now I'm mostly just guiding her, you know, and so it's definitely made a big difference. I passed Rodriguez Key. That was one of my potential anchorages. I'm just gonna keep going. I'm gonna go to Long Key. I want to get down to Key West and do some work on the boat, and then I'll shoot out from Key West to various places to shoot some videos and stuff like that. But you know, I need to get based somewhere where I can do laundry and get some parts and supplies and things I need to make the videos I want to make. So you know, I want to do these spear fishing and diving videos, and I'm gonna need just a couple things to make that happen. You know, I have a GoPro and stuff, but you know, like I don't have a you know, like what they call a selfie stick, and that would be very handy for shooting video, especially underwater. And yeah, so that's the plan. Get down to Key West. I'll probably just get a mooring ball and get moored up there for like a month and explore the Keys, you know. Okay, let's see here. I'm kind of not paying attention, but get her back on course here. Alrighty, so yeah, turning out to be a great day. The water is gorgeous. Like you can almost, I can see the bottom. I can see stuff. You know, I saw like a ray probably 10 feet under the water just flying by. I can see my shadow on the bottom. It's amazing. The water here is probably, you know, 15 to 20 feet deep, but it's very clear. I'm very excited to explore the water here. Sailing for about 9 hours. I made it past Rodriguez Key, and now this is Long Key and I guess Lower Matacum. I'm not going to stop here either. I've still got a little bit of daylight left, and weather's great. There's nothing for me here but some shelter from the wind, and I can get shelter from the north wind anywhere, so I'm just going to keep going. There's a little red blinking light about 3 miles out there that I'm aiming for. I'm going to turn to the shore about a mile before that. There's a little cut, looks like it gets deep, close to the lee side of the shore, and it'll protect me from the north wind tonight. Not that it's going to be crazier than what I was in last night. Last night I was in on the windward side, but we should be there in about 30 or 40 minutes. Man, it has been a long day. I started this morning at 6 a.m. It's now 8 p.m. But I am right outside of Marathon. The water, I mean, it's night. You can still see through the water. It's so clear. It's crazy. So very exciting stuff. I can't wait to see it when the sun comes up in the morning. I'm exhausted. It has been a pretty gnarly day. It's been I would say my first real day of sailing, and that's because on the ICW you can't really sail. I mean, occasionally you could get some wind that'll move you along, but you can't utilize any kind of sail plan that's dynamic. You can't change direction to take better advantage of the wind or the tide. Nothing. Like you're going one direction, and that's it. So it was really nice to be out in the channel where it's a little more open and I had some freedom, and I really discovered like the boat a little bit and how to drive the boat. And that was something that, again, on the ICW you're very limited, and so you can't let it wander or do anything to see what it's going to do, because you're going to hit somebody's boat or crash into the seawall or whatever. So it was really cool to get to just to see what she could do. And I got her up to about 7 knots, so she went pretty good. We probably averaged about 5.5 knots throughout the day, but I'll show you guys some screenshots from Navionics. Anyways, I'm starving. I'm gonna get something to eat and get some sleep, but I'll catch you up some more on the day tomorrow.